Sorry, we got cut off there a little bit, but this is part two of tax credits versus tax deductions. And we were talking about some of those above the line deductions. And we're getting ready to get into our example. So, in our example here, we're still a $50,000 total wage employee. Okay. So, now we're going to use student loan interest deduction we're going to use that as our example for these above the line adjustments. Okay. So, in our above the line adjustments here on line 10, we're going to say we had $2,000 in student loan interest that we paid at the end of the year and we got our form for. So, what does that mean? That means that $2,000, we're going to take it directly off of our $50,000. So, now we're going to have $48,000 in taxable income. But when we add it all up together, and we're still going to be a single filer with our standard deduction. We're still going to use that. What we're going to do is we're going to take our $50,000, subtract our $2,000 from that 50, and then also subtract our 14,600 from being a standard deduction, and that brings that lowers our taxable income to 33,400. Okay, as you can see, again, 50,000 minus the 2 minus the 14, and this brings us down. Now, if you're itemizing, this is probably going to be you're going to lower your taxable income because remember, our itemized deduction, if we're taking that from our Schedule A, has to be more than our standard deduction. Okay, because if it's not and you try to force your itemized deductions, you're really gonna not lower your taxable income as much as you want to. And this is important because now we're in a lower tax bracket, which means we're paying less in taxes. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap things up here. So now that we're at the end of our video, we should be empowered to understand the difference between a tax credit versus a tax deduction. Just remember that a tax credit lowers the amount of taxes that you're going to owe on that tax bill. Okay, and then remember, a tax deduction lowers your taxable income, which could trigger you to go into a lower tax bracket, which means that you'll be paying less in taxes at the end of the year. Okay, so with that being said, don't forget to check out the blog at jmcaccounting.net, where we post again every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you go on to a blog posting, you can catch all of our latest articles and past articles. And if you go to vlog postings on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, we post to YouTube all of our videos so we can learn together. Don't forget to like us and follow us on Instagram and on YouTube. And if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. Okay, you guys have a good one. See you on Friday.